Good day, ma'ams and sirs, and welcome to a podcast that would make Jeffrey Dahmer say, I can't believe what you guys have in this shit. It's the number 9 with Tommy podcast, and you're in for a real treat. I do not like the birth or growth of cancel culture. It flies around like the shit on the feet of the flies on vultures. I do not care for emotional, erratic, or rushed decisions. I want logical, factual action with clutch precision. Cancel culture, you've taken aim, and here's the truth, sir. You have the accuracy of a stormtrooper. Everything you do is just a blooper. Comical who you think should serve you, sir. You've canceled shows and books alike. You've done your best to instill what's right. But here's some things you've left off your list. How about every rap song that refers to a woman as bitch? How about every TV show where a child slits its wrist? How about every educational, artistic, or entertaining thing that exists? I've got one for you, a challenge to prove that you ain't about shit. How about you cancel every single major media outlet? We'll see if you can pass the test. Channels, pages, and sites all but incriminate people upon their arrest. This leads to the vast majority believing guilt before someone has even had the opportunity to prove their own innocence, which is just another way for America to wave that flag of its ignorance. Johnny Depp, case in point, his story was met with indifference. But if the shoe was on the other foot, you hypocritical fucks would cry for imprisonment. Amber Heard, meanwhile, isn't struggling at all. Hollywood still rings her phone so much that she's juggling calls. I hope all you judgmental, overproud fucks take a fall. Or maybe just take a chill pill and stop using double standards and breaking such balls. Dr. Seuss? Really? That's where we've landed? After skipping actual issues, you carry a chip for where the potato penis gets planted? Now, Uncle Sam has a new cross and burden to strap on his back and just walk around ravenous, carrying it with him. So Republicans can think of a more modern word for anti-disestablishmentarianism. Well, good for you. You've awoken such beasts, the same people you choose to judge and delete, the shackles removed from their ankles and feet. What's going to happen when these people's pain gets released? Do you not think that the pendulum will swing back with overcompensating force? What's that? You didn't think about the consequences at all? Well, of course. Allegiances pledged to both sides of the flag that we've ripped. Like sand, freedom pours from our grip. Because of the force used, the bulk has been stripped. I can't even finish, so I suppose I'll cut myself off. I guess I'll stop fighting for the moment, but I do fear the cost. Tommy fucking Washington, you ready to tear these fucking mics up tonight?
Let's go, man. That's a pretty good intro.
I'm a little fired up.
Apparently, you really like Dr. Seuss, huh?
Who would have thought Dr. Seuss would be the one that put me over the edge, bro? I mean, here's the thing, and I was going to go a completely different way with this intro. I was going to support canceling Dr. Seuss. Here's why. Dr. Seuss, I swear these books were written to make parents look like fucking idiots. You ever try to read a Dr. Seuss book out loud to a kid?
It's rough.
It ain't fucking easy, man. It's nothing but fucking tongue twisters.
Yeah.
So you look like a fucking moron that can't read. And your kid, kids like have that ridiculous memory where they know every word to every book because they've heard them 1,000 times. So you mess up a line, you're like, that's not how you do it. I'm like, shut the fuck up.
So here's the thing, Pat. I've been thinking a lot about this because last week we were going to talk about how The Simpsons, which I did a little bit of research, like they brought that out like last June or something.
Really?
Yeah. They were going to stop having white people play black characters.
Yeah,
on
no
The
more
Simpsons.
black voice.
Yeah, no more black voice. That's not allowed. Hey, there's a name for the show. Black voice. Maybe not.
I'm not sure that's a great name.
Could name it after I found out who that wrestler is. Maybe we should name it that because that's fucking awesome.
So hold on. Let's explain that. Kamala Harris, the vice president.
Is ugly as fuck.
Tom consistently calls her Kamala. Now, I urge all of you to go look up on Google WWF Kamala. He was a wrestling character. And I just had to stop because I don't really try to break his balls. I said, dude, you got to know how fucking racist it sounds in my head when you call her Kamala. Now, when you go Google Kamala, you'll understand that feedback.
Now, just say Kamala wrestler, because Kamala, if you put in Kamala, Harris comes up.
Oh, so you had to put in... I said WWF.
Well, I know, but you had to put in Kamala and then type wrestler, or else you'll be searching for days through pictures of that lady's chicken neck.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Kamala was... that character was
wrestler.
Racist as fuck. You want to talk about canceling shit? They should have canceled that shit a long time ago.
Why? He doesn't seem racist at all. He had a little skull. He walked around with his fucking
He
belt.
did have a little skull, like a voodoo guy, kind of.
So anyway, back to what I was saying. So I've been thinking a lot about this, right? And then this shit came out this week about Dr. Seuss. They're canceling. They're no longer going to publish, 6 of his books? Because...
6, yeah.
Yeah, because they find them racist.
To be fair, did you see any of them?
Nah.
I couldn't hear, but I could see what they were talking about. And in one of these books, now I don't think this is racist. In fairness, I don't think this is racist. I think it was at some point somebody probably told whoever Dr. Seuss's boss was, or whoever Dr. Seuss's wife was, or whoever he was getting feedback from, right? The person who wrote these books. They probably said, these can't all be white characters, right? And so he said, okay, I'll take that feedback. So in one of these books, there's a picture of what is clearly supposed to be an Asian man. Them big fucking hats that they would have worn to work on train tracks and shit?
Yeah.
He's got one of them on, and his eyes are different than everybody else's. And I'm fucking dying because I'm like, I bet that wasn't racist at all. I bet he did that to accentuate the fact that was not a white person. Like, look, I'm putting non-white people in my book. Look how Asian this motherfucker is.
It makes sense.
But they're talking about how racist it is.
Asian this motherfucker is.
Yeah, they're talking about how racist it is. I'm like, I bet it wasn't racist.
But how is it racist? How is it?
Because if you read a Dr. Seuss book when you're 2 years old and see that that's what an Asian person looks like, then you will never grow up, you will never mature, you will never get an education, you'll never see another Asian person. You'll assume that they all wear stupid hats and have squinted eyes because that's realistic.
Okay.
Is that not realistic?
No.
Oh.
So here's my thing with a lot of this, and this is my thing with The Simpsons. And I don't know if I said this to you or not last week when we were talking about it, not on the show, but about talking about it on the show. So we all know the stereotypical thing that Asians we call yellow, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So that means that The Simpsons have to cast all Asian people to play The Simpsons because they're all fucking yellow. They're not white.
I'm trying to think of what about the Griffins? Oh, they're white.
Yeah, but that's a different...
I was just thinking, is that common in all shows?
No, but The Simpsons are all yellow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you can't have any white people play them.
I don't think that's an invalid point.
And to their point, are they... No, I don't know. I know that most of the people that do voices for... Fuck, Bart's played by a girl. Can she continue to do the voice for Bart? Because
that's a very good point, because Bart has always been voiced by a woman.
Yeah.
And the reason that they cast that woman is because I'm sure she has a high enough pitched voice to sound like an adolescent boy. Now, the white man who was voicing the Black Doctor had a, I guess, deep enough, or in some other way, shape, or form, stereotypical enough voice to make you hear a black person. So how is the woman playing Bart better than the white man playing the black man?
So here's another thing, right?
What's that doctor's name?
Dr. Apu?
No, Apu Nahasisipapetalon is the gas station owner. Oh. Wait the fuck on. How's that not getting canceled? Good point. His last name's Nahasisipapetalon.
So here's my thing.
I'm looking up the doctor's name. Mason, where the fuck are you on this?
Mason's find me one Asian woman named Marge, and I will allow it.
Mason also said, you said strap on. Oh, I did, because Uncle Sam had the burden to strap on his back. Very nice, Mason.
He also said hands down best intro. To date, 60 episodes, and you finally be able to take one, do one in one take.
First off, I did the first 60 with no interruption. Second, I fucked up the word anti-disestablishmentarianism after making it the focal point of the goddamn assignment.
Very nice. But my point here, first off, I could say that characteristically, is that the right word? Nice. You could sometimes tell a black man's voice versus a white man's voice. You know what I mean? Sometimes. But then again, have you ever heard Ben Carson talk?
Dr. Hibbert. That's what it is. I Googled it.
Have you ever heard Ben Carson talk?
Yeah. I mean, there are a great deal of, I guess if we're going strictly by stereotype, don't take me out of context, douches. There are a ton of black people who sound like white people, a ton of white people who sound like black people. That's probably because we're all the fucking same.
Yeah, right. Like, does it really matter what color the person is that they're playing on TV?
Yeah.
And apparently it's not a problem about genders, it's only a problem about race.
Right.
So anyway, I mean, it's been really, I didn't have that on the outline today to talk about.
I think it's still a valid contribution.
No, but it feeds into this Dr. Seuss thing. You know what I mean? From what you're telling me, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, made people of different...
He accommodated.
He accommodated, but he made them stand out too much in these books.
Yeah, he overcompensated.
Yeah, overcompensated. That's what I'm looking for.
And let's be honest, if I'm right about that, and that trust me, that is a fucking stab in the dark. I'm not quoting anybody. I didn't have a conversation with the man. That's a stab in the dark. I'm guessing he was reacting to the culture at the time. And here's the thing. This guy bent his will and did things the way that the majority wanted him to so that he wouldn't be scrutinized, so that decades later, his work could be shat right upon.
Yeah.
Which, I got to tell you, if I am right, and that is what happened, that gives everybody all the more reason to just do what you think is best. And while we're at it, let's stick with the theme that we've been going with for the last several episodes. Love your neighbor. Because Dr. Seuss making a bunch of books with, I don't know, white or non-white characters, I don't think that's a reflection of who Dr. Seuss loves or cares about. I think it's a reflection of who Dr. Seuss had around him. Mason said, wait, wasn't there a black movie about customer service jobs where they had to use white voices? That's acceptable, ? Erica said he also had red people, blue people, green people. He called some things. Mason said, sorry to bother you.
So, Erica,
that was the name of the movie.
So, Erica, are you agreeing that these books should be canceled?
No, I think she's saying he was all inclusive. So, I don't think the inclusivity is the issue. The issue is that he made the characters look stereotypical, which I'm just throwing out there. Like, don't you make things for children abundantly obvious?
Yeah.
Like, isn't that kind of the goal?
I mean, I make things for my child abundantly obvious all the time, and he still doesn't get it.
I'm not saying that we should say that all Asians are bad drivers, right?
Yeah, but we can say that all we want. That's not racist. That's a fact.
Oh, that's fucked up. But if you say black people have darker skin, if Dr. Seuss drew in black people with dark skin instead of light skin, is that not just a reflection of... That's an alarm. That doesn't count. Is that not just a reflection of like evolution? I mean, they grew up with needing protection from the sun. That's why their skin is black.
Yeah.
So is that racist, or is that
fact.
Just how things worked out? I can't tell you where the flat face, squinty eye thing comes from in the stereotype of Asians, but I bet there's something to it. I bet there's a fact behind that.
You know what I mean? Since we're talking about this, we might as well go full rails off the outline and talk about this other thing that I wanted to talk about.
Hold on. Erica said, no, I'm saying he was going to extremes. Oh, yeah. Actually, that's a good point. So the Asian guy being an extreme is just another extreme. Good call, Erica. Mason said, how dare Dr. Seuss make an Asian boy look Asian? Valid point, Mason. Erica said, but you also have to take into consideration of the time he wrote the books. So that's
all I was saying.
Super fucking valid point, because we have books in school. I couldn't tell you Tom Sawyer, Huck Finn. One of those, pretty sure, has the N-bomb in it. And in the 90s, we were teaching that to kids.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's the thing, right? Is that
it was a representation of the time.
The culture that we're in right now is they want to cancel anything about our history that reflects poorly, right?
Yeah.
So, but not for nothing, dude. We got to where we are because of those things.
And learning from mistakes.
Yes. That's why we teach history, so that you don't repeat the same mistakes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we shouldn't be canceling them. We should be teaching them and saying, this is where we went wrong. This is where we went right. And this is what we did to fix it. Like I was taught. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So while we're on this subject of the cancel culture and all this shit, did you see the article I put in about the Boston schools?
No, I didn't see it.
Okay. So Boston Public Schools have it's an advanced learning program for their 4th, 5th, and 6th graders.
Sure.
Okay. So, and I'm sure
it's largely math based.
Maybe. I don't know. But like they had those schools or those classes when I was in school. They called them AP classes.
Yeah.
Right.
Advanced placement.
Yes. And they had those all through pretty much middle school all the way through high school.
As a junior or a senior in high school, I had friends who were taking college courses for college credit. That was your AP science.
Because they were advanced.
Yeah.
Like their learning was advanced.
Yeah, they weren't dumb-dumbs like me.
Not all kids got placed in these classes. Right. They were inclusive to the kids that did well.
Yeah, your scores reflected your position.
Yes. So they're canceling all those because when they went and looked at the statistics of it, 80% of the people in those classes were either white or Asian.
Well, we had this conversation.
You and I?
Oh, we did not have this conversation. I had this conversation with Mason. Because this is one...
Mason's Asian?
No. Mason said hold on, we'll get to that point. Mason said the book with the Asian person picture is all about the things they saw on Mulberry Street. One of the things they saw was an Asian boy eating with sticks.
Chopsticks.
Isn't that teaching culture and the different way people do things around there? If that's really why this is getting culture or canceled, because the Asian kid was eating with sticks.
Is the dumbest.
What?
They give you chopsticks at the fucking Chinese restaurant.
I, to this day, don't use chopsticks. And when people do, I'm like, you fucking culture vulture. Like that's a fucking accurate representation. And I don't do it because I don't fucking know how. I wasn't taught when I was a kid. It's like eating with scissors. Why the fuck would you eat with scissors? It's crazy how they pick shit up with that. I've seen Asian people eat with those things. They're fast as fuck and they're really good at it. I can't do that shit. I'm not skilled. That pisses me off.
So what was your point with this thing?
So I can get behind the idea of the AP thing, the not the canceling of it, but it needs to be modified. So here was the argument that as it was presented to me, because it's the same thing, but it's all about how it's presented, right? Similar numbers, we'll call it 80% white and Asian. But that's not the whole story. So you're missing a very important part of this.
Well, no, a majority of their population in that city is minority.
Correct. Now, what's happened historically in these advanced placement classes is their teachers are white and Asian. So their classmates and their teachers are white and Asian. Let's call a spade a spade. The people at home can't help advanced placement kids. Unless you're a genius, you're not helping your genius child.
Yeah.
So now they don't have help at home. So let's take we'll call it 2% is the number I got of Black and Latino. I was told, it was presented to me as, I believe it was 98 and 2, but 80 and 20, okay. So now let's call it, fuck it, there's 20 people in a classroom, and let's say 20% are Black and Hispanic. That means there's 2 Black kids, 2 Hispanic kids.
Yeah, the rest are white or Asian.
So when it's time to do a group project, that's awkward for the Black and Asian kids at a young age. And they can't go home and get help. And they're not as comfortable with the teacher as the white or Asian kid is. So what happens is when all these kids in elementary school get put into advanced placement classes, they drop. The black kids drop back. The Asian or the Spanish kids drop back. And you end up with a much higher number of advanced placement kids in high school that are white and Asian than you do that are black and brown because they don't continue to excel. And I went, well, that fucking makes sense, man. In a group project, if I'm the only fucking white guy, depending on what the project is, I could feel completely ostracized, even if they don't have any ill will towards me. I could see that. And if I relate to teachers better or worse based on skin color, and that's a reflection of either me or my parents or whatever, whatever I've been through, then that just makes sense that I will not do as well as, we'll call it same toned students. I get that. I get the argument. But the answer isn't to cancel the program. The answer is to figure out how to take kids who excel and not fuck it up. Continue to make them excel.
Yeah.
Now, that means that you have to take the black and brown kids from multiple schools and merge them together once a week, get some bus rides going and merge them together once a week so that they can work on a group project. I'm all for it.
Yeah.
All for it. But to ostracize them didn't work because let's assume that that's kind of what was taking place. Not intentionally, but let's assume that they were ostracized.
Well, and they're not even saying that. What they're saying is the person that was in charge of this program saw the number. Nobody complained.
Okay.
Somebody looked at the numbers and said, oh, this isn't fair. We're going to scrap the whole program. Which that in itself, you're hurting all of those kids. It doesn't matter what color they are. At that point, you're hurting all of them.
Well, at least it's fair. You're hurting them across the board.
Well, I guess.
Actually, if anything, you're hurting more white and Asian kids than anything.
Oh, so that's okay.
No, I truly sympathize with a child who excels or shows potential to excel and then is left behind because of whatever emotional thing is going on. It doesn't have to be.
Oh my God, Mason, you have got to send that to the email because we're going to show this on a stream.
I didn't even check it.
It's the picture of why they canceled this book.
Yeah,
it's not even that bad. Yeah. I don't get it. He's eating with chopsticks.
He is eating with chopsticks.
And he has a tin hat on.
And it says he ate with
listen, this is no lie. When I go, so we do a lot of stuff with heaters for work. When I go to the heater part store and I have to get stacks with caps on them, with rain caps, we call them Chinaman hats. That's what they're...
that makes sense. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, see? Like, those are the kind of hats that they wore in Asia.
Not only that, like, if you're canceling Dr. Seuss for this, don't you cancel Mortal Kombat? Like,
video games.
Fucking Raiden had the hat on.
Listen, video games don't get canceled, bro. Come on.
Why not?
Because there's too many nerds playing those, bro.
Listen, I just don't see how anything is surviving at this point.
Listen, Patrick.
Because we're not even on double or triple standards at this point. At this point, there just aren't standards.
Okay. Listen, I don't want to cut you off. But if you burp one more time in my direction.
I didn't burp.
Oh,
you know what? I'm drinking soda. I probably did burp.
You keep blowing it in my face.
Soda down here.
Keep blowing it in my face, dude. It fucking stinks.
Just so everybody heard that, I blew it in Tom's face.
Facts. No cap on a stack.
Erica said, however, a lot of younger kids don't see racial differences, not really until they get older. But that is the same thing when there is pay to play sports or extracurricular activities like band, where the kids have to get their own instruments. Agreed. And to the same fucking point, we should not cancel the sports. We should not cancel band. We should find a solution to make sure that it's all inclusive and equal across the board. I don't think that like something similar to affirmative action is fair, like where the kids who can afford it should pay 180% of the cost so that it makes up for the other kids. That's not what I think is fair. But if you said taxpayer money will pay for those things, okay, that makes sense to me.
That's exactly what I was just going to say, right? Because of what my wife does, it's become abundantly obvious to me how much money schools waste on...
It's big business, man.
And listen, don't get me wrong. Every situations are situational. So every town, city, state is different. But at the same time, there's tons of tax dollars coming in to every city, every town. They need to be allocated properly throughout the school systems to pay for those things. You know what I mean? Because don't we have like a No Child Left Behind? If there's a kid that excels and can't afford it because he comes from a poorer family, then the school should absolutely pick up that cost. We're paying $100,000 a year to outplace a kid because they can't get the right staffing in there to treat the kids who have behavior issues or whatever their issues are. Right. Let's pay for these kids that can actually be something with their lives and unfortunately come from a less fortunate family.
Yeah, no,
or
absolutely.
Might even have just scumbag parents. Like, you don't know that, like, the situation. You know what I mean?
This is the thing. There's a 0% chance, and I mean this wholeheartedly, that Michael Jordan or LeBron James are the best basketball player ever. There's 0% chance. Tom Brady is not the best football player ever.
Well, that's obvious. He's the best quarterback ever.
Those people easily probably slipped under the radar or didn't get the opportunity. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How many people could, and that's obviously sports references, but I mean, Einstein, I think we've talked about this. Einstein was sent home with a note from his teacher that said that his mom had to homeschool him because the school was incapable of teaching him because he, I think at the time it was appropriate to say, was retarded.
Yes.
So they said, we don't have staffing to take care of your kid. You're going to have to teach him from home. And she sobbed and sobbed and sobbed. And he said, Mom, why are you so upset? Because he didn't read the note. It was sealed. And she said, the school said that you're so smart that they can't teach you anymore. They don't have teachers that are smart enough to teach you stuff. So I have to figure out how I'm going to teach you. That's fucking Einstein.
Yeah.
Because somebody connected and believed in him, you know what I mean? Gave him the opportunity and didn't treat him like an idiot. These kids need the opportunity to excel. Even special needs kids need the opportunity to excel. And
to get their full potential.
Yeah, to expose their gifts. If that means band, expose that child is gifted in band. If that's an autistic kid who excels in math, you better fucking drill math into that kid.
Yeah.
And let him live to his potential.
So, Pat, we don't have any mail, right? So I was going to play the intro and shit, but there's no point. There's no fucking mail. But I just got to
play the intro.
Huh? I was going to play the intro and the outro for mail time, but there's no point. I'm going to put it in. We're going to say, we suck. There's no mail. We didn't send out a would you rather. I take full responsibility for that.
Why? Did you not put it in the newsletter?
I didn't send a newsletter because I didn't get a would you rather.
That's probably my fault.
But I just got a text message from Don Lindsey.
Did you?
Yes, and he would like you to call so he can be on the show. So give me 2 seconds.
Is he working tonight?
Yes, he's working tonight. Okay. Mason says there is. Oh, did Mason just send the thing?
I don't know.
I'll check it out, Mason. So just give me a minute. Let me pop these in here.
I have to assume that the speaker's at the bottom on this bad boy.
I'm going to try something new today.
What's interesting is I don't know how I can call from my tablet. I know I can answer a call on my tablet. Holy fuck. I got everybody's phone number right there on my tablet. Look at that. You just sign in with your Apple ID. Oh, and the text messages are from a very long time ago. Oh, man, this is from when Juju's dad passed away. Fuck.
Mason, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about with mail. There's no mail in my mailbox.
Burn. Just set you up.
Oh, it just came through. I sent it to. Alright, so since we're on the stream anyway. I might as well just show you guys on the stream. This is the Dr. Seuss picture that they're talking about. What we drew, circled down here is the Asian man with the tin hat and the chopsticks. I don't get it.
The next one he sent said, okay, this might be a bit racist. And it looks like Kamala, actually.
Is there another one in there? It might be Kamala. We'll send that one through so we can make this phone call, Mason. Oh, sure. Right, ready? How's the speaker working on that thing? Good?
It's louder than the phone, which is nice.
If you turn it around?
Yeah, I was trying to figure out which way it'll come out here, right?
Yes. Okay.
So I had Don Lindsey call me so that we could get him on the tablet.
Maybe you should have called him off the tablet.
I can't.
What are you talking about? Go to messages.
Don, for the first time in history, my tablet apparently is not going to answer the phone or offer me the option. How are you?
I am well. How are you, motherfuckers?
We're doing all right. We're just we're about halfway through the podcast, maybe a little less.
Playing with each other's dicks, I see.
Mostly Tom playing with mine. He actually got upset because I blew a load in his face before.
Sorry, you caught me off guard with that one. I was not ready.
I'm drinking
that was very good.
I'm drinking a Coke Zero, so I burp a lot. And he said, if you blow it in my face again, and I just lost it, man.
I like to do that to my wife. So, hey, what's going on?
Not much. We were hoping we could just ask you. Oftentimes we have a guest on the show, sit in the room with us. When we ask him some questions, we have like 8 questions that we ask standard guests. We're not going to ask you those 8 questions, but I did come up with some questions to just kind of fire at you so we can get to know our guest better.
Fire away, sir. I'm ready. Let's open up. Let's do this. Let's share our feelings. Let's share our balls. Let's do it.
Okay. That's balls. Okay.
Balls.
Don, what's your favorite way to spend your day off, Don?
I don't have any days off. The pizzeria is open 7 days. Let's say I don't get many customers, but I'm there every day, all day. Hey, hold on one second. Bitch, you drop another dish, I'm going to kick your ass. All right, stop it. Knock that shit off. Mom, I'm serious. It's bullshit. Sorry, go ahead.
No, that's Don. Did you say mom?
Yes, my mother. She washes dishes. I pay her. Listen, I am ready to pay anyone else I know $6.14 an hour to replace this piece of shit. Sorry.
The dishwasher or your mother?
Either one. I don't fucking care.
Oh.
What's up, man?
All right. That's hateful.
My grandmother's very nice. How you say, she squeezed my cherry when I was a child.
She
what's that?
You said your grandmother squeezed your cherry?
Yes, she squeezed all the cherries in the village, little boys.
Oh.
14 chicken eggs. She's very nice.
Oh.
Loving.
I bet that felt nice.
It did.
Let me ask you, unrelated to that, what was your favorite age growing up?
Oh, I'd have to say 13.
Okay, why 13?
It was the first stone wall I built back home. It was the first stone wall. After I got done, came back, I made first pizza. It was a great day. Beautiful day. And then grandmother squeezed cherry. All on the same day. I was 13. Glorious.
That sounds like a pretty impactful day.
You don't even know.
All right.
It's great. It's fucking awesome.
Don, what's your go-to guilty pleasure?
Oh, I don't know. Let me think about this one. Watching old school 80s NBA games, hoping for dick to fall out of shorts. Is that too much?
No, they had shorter shorts.
One time I was watching old John Stockton video. He was dribbling down court. He passed to mailman. He go up for dunk. Dick fall out of shorts. That mailman, he delivers every time. You know? You fucking guys.
That's Karl Malone, the mailman. Yeah. That is
good stuff. I'm telling you. You should rewind that game against Houston Rockets. 1989.
I guess it's just not the answer that I expected is all. That's okay. Don, do you have any...
What do you do for guilty pleasure, you filthy fuck?
This interview is really more about you than about what I do with Tom's dogs.
I'm sorry, I lost it for a quick second. My bad. Let's go back to questions.
That's okay. What's your favorite meal? Is it breakfast, lunch, or dinner?
It's breakfast.
All right. Why breakfast?
It's the only 5 minutes where I'm not fucking miserable.
Okay.
It's great. I wake up, I have that one glimmer of hope when my day is not going to suck goat dick. And then I fucking end up at pizzeria slinging shitty pies. People calling me for cheeseburger fucking with egg on it. Fucking bullshit.
Hold on, you don't like cheeseburgers with eggs on it?
I'm just saying, man, when somebody calls for order, I mean, what the fuck do I do? Do I give them the fucking French fries? Do I give them home fries? Fuck them. I don't know. So I say, no, fuck you. I give you a potato, throw spice on it, suck dick. Get out of here. Stupid.
All right.
Eat a foot long, douchebag.
Don, is there anything in your restaurant that you just couldn't live without?
Oh, not really, man. I fucking hate it. It's fucking ridiculous. I absolutely hate my fucking life. It's the worst. It's the worst, dude. I don't even know what my special is tonight.
What's that?
Cocoa fucking pebbles, bro. I'm all out of ideas. I just buy a box, I fucking serve it, say $3, fuck off, get out. I hate it. It's the worst.
It's not the worst. I mean, I do like Cocoa Pebbles.
Listen, Cocoa Pebbles, delicacy. Great fucking shit, man. But I'm out of ideas, bro. Fucking hate pizza. It's the worst. I wish I was there sitting with you with my best leather jacket, track pants on, Marlboro Red, smoking like a fiend, you know? And stuck here. It fucking blows dick. Mom, make another fucking dish. I swear to God. I swear to God.
I think maybe you should go easy on your mom. Hey, what
You should go easy on your mom, huh? Good one, right? We're moving on. Great time. Mom, walk off. Get out. Get out of here. God damn.
Don, if 10-year-old you could see you now, what do you think 10-year-old you would say to you now?
Oh, that's a great question. Why the fuck did you move to this country, man? We had it so good. We had, it was just great. I come here, it's just fucking miserable, man. Everybody's mean to me. I fucking hate pizza. It's the worst. Back home, I could be fucking chickens, living it up, you know? It could be the best day ever. Not here. No. People mock me, throw their shit at me. Literal shit. Literal shit.
Hey, did you ever, you said that the old man that you were attracted to, Garaputo, threw his shit at you. Did you get that worked out?
That Garaputo. Holy fuck. Bring him up. I can't believe this. It's ridiculous. That fucking kid, I find him one night, I punch him in the neck. And then I threw on his fucking own front porch. I knocked on the door to his dad. Is fuck you, pick up your fat shit kid. The kid was like 10. Fucking hate him. Fucking kid.
All right. It's I think it's partial racism on your part to hate fat people because in this country we can afford to eat.
Fat people are not race.
No, but
I'm fat myself.
You
fucking glorious. I love it. It's not race, it's way of life.
You're fat according to the standards of your country. I mean, you're almost like anorexic over here.
Well, I am the one out of, I have more food than all of them. I am like, top 1 out of 17 in my village with food.
1 out of 17.
It's the best. You don't even understand.
Don, I hate to do this because of the direction it took last time, but Bobby Lashley beats The Miz. He takes the title. How do you feel about that, Don?
Well, I thought, first off, Bobby Lashley looked fucking magnificent doing it. Did you check out his quads? I mean, I can't stop talking about the man's quads. I only wish his balls came out. But, Bobby Lashley is a great guy. He's been around in the WWE for, 38 years now? He's fucking great. He leaves, he comes back, didn't win shit. Now he's champion. Good for him. Good for that fucking guy.
Okay. What about Otis turning heel? Where do you stand on that?
Oh, that guy is the biggest waste of television time in all of the world.
Yo, easy, buddy. Fuck your pizza making ass up.
What are you saying?
Yo, Otis is my boy, bro. You talking shit about my boy?
100%. He's fat shit. I fucking can't take him, dude. Why is he worming? What?
That's awesome. He's fucking fat.
Yeah, Otis is a ripoff.
Not awesome. I'm pretty sure every time he do that, he squeeze out fart. He's like, he just fucking kind of wiggles his fat ass and then farts. And I don't even know, the dude's a waste of fucking time, man.
He's like a combination ripoff of Scotty 2 Hotty and the Bushwhackers. And if you're going to imitate other people, you should probably aim higher.
He looks like a sweaty pork chop, man. I don't even know. It's just gross. The fucking guy's gross. He's got a face full of pubic hair. He looks tremendously awful. Not a fan. Not a fan at all. I'm sorry to ruin it.
No, I'm inclined to agree with you.
I know you like him. He looks like truck stop hooker.
Talk about a fucking heel turn, Pat.
He does.
Yes,
he does look like a truck stop hooker. That's fair.
Jeez, rough crowd.
A lot lizard, as it were.
Hey, Don, let me ask you. What do you think of Pat McAfee being named the Rookie of the Year wrestler?
I like Pat McAfee. He's very good. Technically sound. Not the best dick, but very good wrestler. I like him. Fuck, man. Guy's a punter, for fuck's sake. I wrestles. Good for him.
Hey, Don, why don't you be the tiebreaker on this for us? I think that punting, there are 26 positions in football. That's American football.
I think I'm going to know about American football.
I'm
in pizza restaurants 7 days a week.
That's valid.
You want a Sunday ticket at your pizza restaurant?
I'm sorry, I can't hear you. What was that?
He thinks you should bring in Sunday ticket at your pizza restaurant to increase, the patronage.
Let me tell you something. My restaurant is one step away from Albanian Social Club. You can't even see TV through cigarette smoke. It's ridiculous.
Mason wrote into the podcast. He said, aim higher, because I said that guy should aim higher about who he's ripping off. He said, like Bret Hart, aiming to be like his brother, brain dead. Hashtag wrong heart.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
That was fantastic. That fucking Mason guy, man, he's fucking awesome.
I assure you he's not.
He's fucking funny fuck. I like that guy.
You have
that's the guy that fell 35 feet to his death, right?
That's the one, the Rocket Owen Hart.
I will say
he rocketed to the floor, huh?
Bret Hart kind of by default on that one, I guess. He was around a little longer, no?
Yeah.
Well, I guess he was really a trailblazer. You get it?
That's hurtful. That's hurtful.
That does. It hurts his pink pants. What a douche.
Mason just said Bill Goldberg is still the best punter. That's
hashtag wrong heart.
Don, this conversation started low and ended up worse. We're gonna get back to the podcast. What's that?
Let's set the bar lower. Throw the bar off the ground. Let's do this.
Yeah, then it'll be next to your sweet mother laying on her back when I come visit your pizza restaurant.
Let me tell you something. You'll be like 33rd that day. You know how much I sell her for a dozen eggs and $3. It's fucking great.
The good part about that product is it's reusable.
Well, what they do is they smash the eggs on her chest. It fucking gets weird, man.
But that is weird. That is weird.
That is a little weird, right?
So we're hoping to hear from you again soon, but we're gonna let you go. We're gonna get back to the podcast. Thank you for joining us.
Timing. Thank you. I have to take giant shit. But thank you. That's great. Good timing.
I call that taking a Tommy.
Hey, that's a little rough on your boy, no?
A little bit.
Like number 2 with Tommy? All right, you motherfuckers. I'm going to go now take shit. Drop Cosby Kids off at the pool. You got it? Yes.
Have a good one.
You too, guys. Fuck off. Fuck your face. All right. Goodbye.
Bye. I love Don Lindsey.
He's a fucking animal. He's a different breed, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just glad that he takes time out of his not so busy pizza restaurant to be on the show with us.
Yeah, you would think with it not being that busy, he would just have his mom run it.
Yeah. What the fuck? Oh my god.
I hope that came through on the podcast.
You're disgusting.
It came through in my pants.
First you're burping in my face, and then you fart in my face.
I even leaned towards you.
I know. We're in a small room, Pat.
You're lucky I pooped when I got home from work. Otherwise, listen, my farts earlier, they were bad.
You're disgusting.
Like ruined my pants just from the stank.
All right. Let's get into the next thing. I have no idea what it is. I gotta go look. I don't see the racism here.
I think it's their attire.
Because they're black with little daisies on their head? With skirts on?
Pretty much, yeah.
They're black and have skirts?
I still don't think it's racist. Stereotyping, yes. Racist, no.
Does blacks wear skirts?
I don't think it's the skirt. I think it's the grass skirt, random headgear.
Ooh, maybe it's because they look like monkeys.
I didn't even notice that there was that going on. Is that factual?
If it's not, I sound extremely racist.
I'm pretty sure they have huge nose rings in this Dr. Seuss picture.
No, that could be. No, I haven't seen a Dr. Seuss book in years. That could be how he draws all of his characters around his face like that, looking like monkeys.
I've got a different one pulled up right now, and that is, in fact, not how he draws the other ones.
Oh, good. Okay, so I don't sound like a racist. He's racist, not me. All right, what were we doing? Onward and upward. Oh, we got this fucking Karen video. Yeah, we went completely off the rails today, huh?
Look at this. Look at this. Look at this show of support from our new Instagram fan.
Is that fucking
liked every post ever?
That's Emily, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. She just became our Instagram follower?
Yeah.
The fuck is that about?
I handled it.
Is she following us on YouTube?
I don't know.
I mean, at this point, she's allowed to listen to the show, correct?
Yeah.
She better be. You better hope.
It's discouraged.
I know that they do look like monkeys, but it isn't said that they are human. Again, man, when was the book written? I mean, that's a different. I don't know how old is Dr. Seuss? Like, when were these books written?
Mason, look up when that bitch was published.
It was probably. I want to say it was probably in the 40s.
So I would have said 70s.
Oh, I think it's older than that.
I can't think of the proper pronunciation. Tony could all day. It's not Dr. Seuss. It was like Dr. Sweece or something crazy.
Either way.
Dr. Swace, I don't know. So we're going to go This is a special gift for all the Number Niner Nation. This is a Throwback Wednesday edition of our Karen segment. We are going to a video that we've all seen. It is 2 minutes and 13 seconds long. It is an epic breakdown of the devil that lives inside of the Monster Energy Drink Corporation. And we're going to go ahead and call this the original Karen. This is the birthplace of Karening. As soon as Tommy cues it up.
I got it ready. Your voice was coming through my headphones, and I had it popped up.
Gotcha.
Now you gotta say that all on the podcast, Pat. All right, Pat. So we got a special edition. Oh shit, I broke that. We got a special edition for the Karen segment this week. It's the original Karen.
It's a throwback. You guys all remember this. It's just over 2 minutes. It is the breakdown of why the Monster Energy Drink Corporation worships the fucking devil. I'm in a clear, thought out, concise presentation about the symbol and the packaging, and we're pretty sure this is the birthplace of Karen's. Mason did update us on Dr. Seuss. He died in 1991 at 87. If I Ran the Zoo, the book with that illustration, that book was published, If I Ran the Zoo, in 1950.
So think of the time.
A long time ago.
Yeah, think it was 70 years ago.
Yeah.
Anyway, so back to this Karen. I got pulled up.
Look at your M closely. There's a gap right here in the letter M. It's never connected. So you go into Hebrew. The letter Vav is also the number 6. Aids. Short top, long tail. Short top, long tail. You could have here in Hebrew 666 on the can. But my interest is the word monster. What do you see in the O? There's a cross.
Okay.
What has Christ got to do with an energy drink, let alone the name Monster? So I thought, well, maybe this is a Christian company then. BFC at the bottom of the can. Do you know what that stands for?
Big fucking can.
That's the F word. Big can. In fact, they write it on the side of the can, so I know that's the F word.
Okay.
Now, do you know what a MILF is?
Yes.
That's on the MILFs dig it, and you will too. This is not a Christian company at all.
It's like hearing
So
her say
why
it.
would they have the cross on the can? Here is the message. Antichrist. 666 in Hebrew. And then the Bible talks about the beast in Revelation. And look at Monster's ad. This is their statement. You see these M's everywhere. Hats, t-shirts, bumper stickers. Is there another agenda here? If God can use people and product, so can Satan. And look at it this way. Even if the M was not the issue, you cannot deny that that is a cross. And what is witchcraft? When the cross goes upside down, bottoms up, and the devil laughs. Something to think about.
Wow.
This is how clever Satan is and how he gets into the Christian home and a Christian's life, and it breaks God's heart. Jesus said, my people perish for lack of knowledge.
That's awesome. I've never even seen that.
What a long.
This. First off, Mason said, "Is this the final Karen you must? Is this the final Karen boss you must face?" This is the most outlandish shit. Like, first off, I want to know where they're at. Like, what kind of convention they're at.
Yeah. Where is this woman's place in public?
Because, like, this is the most outlandish shit I've ever heard. And like I said, I've seen this before. It's not new. It's been out for years. But what the fuck?
There was so much effort and work put into that presentation. She clearly rehearsed it repeatedly because she nails the presentation.
Yeah.
And she's just so happy with herself. Mason said,
Bottoms
the
up.
smug smirk and the shrug. Yeah. Oh, Phobic Squirrel in the chat says never early. My bad, y'all.
Damn, Phobic, you missed a fucking podcast today, bro.
Phobic Squirrel, we are currently not on the live one. The live one, God knows what time we started. We're looks like
we're about
4 minutes short of an hour in. On the recorded podcast, we are at 51 minutes. You are way behind.
We had a good one. It's been a good one. I suggest you listen to it tomorrow when it downloads on iTunes. Number 9 with Tommy. But anyway.
And maybe order a pizza from Don Lindsey. He's struggling for business.
Oh, fuck. Pat, do you have any new vocabulary words?
I have a whole new set of funny style words, and I have a whole new set of 2 real and 1 made up word and definition for you to choose from.
Mason said, I don't know what her plan was, but I'm craving a monster right now, right?
You know, that's funny. My ex-wife and I watched Super Size Me, the documentary made to deter you from ever even considering
eating immediately McDonald's. You went to McDonald's?
Well, here's the thing. We didn't just go to McDonald's. My ex-wife had never had a Big Mac. She only ate nuggets. So we watched this fucking documentary, and before it's even over, she's like, I know this is going to sound fucked up, but we need to go get Big Macs when this is over. They look so good. And we finished watching Super Size Me and drove immediately to McDonald's to eat Big Macs, which were quite tasty.
I'm not a big fan of Big Macs.
Because of the extra bun.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to get past it, bro.
I don't know.
I take the outer, but you know me, I take the crust off, and that makes it much more edible.
And did that work for you? Definitely supersized your bowl. You butt.
I see what you did there because I'm fat. The plan backfired, Mason. I will give you that. All right, Tom. Do you want...
Hold on. So we're going to end the show on this. Which, I mean, that just gives us... Next show, Sunday, we're going to be talking about NASCAR. We'll have another vocab game. Fuck, man, we got this Bill Burr article we wanted to get to.
We have some crime statistics that are pretty shocking.
You have a Grind My Gears.
I have a Grind My Gears. We have a new Tom McDonald song, Clown World, out. If you haven't listened to it, go listen to it. We will break it down Sunday. We said we would break it down today. We did not get to it.
Well, see, Pat, what happened is we started the show and we went completely off the rails, right off the rip, because of your monologue.
Yeah. I like that. This was not an introduction. This was a monologue. Also,
Pat, I know that you never checked this, but I wanted to congratulate you. We're at 3,000 downloads.
Holy shit.
On the podcast.
That's pretty sweet. 3,000 downloads on 60 episodes. That's not bad.
On 59 episodes.
59 episodes, that's right.
Actually, technically, if you're really being serious, 58.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Number one,
that had like 2 downloads. That was me and you, and then we deleted that shit immediately.
Dude, it's so bad.
Coming back.
Phobic says the Tom McDonald song is a banger. It absolutely is. I like it. Don't watch the music video if you don't want to have nightmares.
It's an awesome... Yo, how about this? You know where that music video set is?
Where?
His backyard.
He said that...
he and his girlfriend did that fucking set.
Yeah, so he said that... I saw him icing himself on Facebook one day, and he said that he sprained his ankle or some shit making a set, and I assume it was for that song.
Yeah. Absolutely incredible. They're remarkably talented together.
Yes, they are. I'm not disagreeing. So anyways, that's what we got coming up on the next show. Make sure you're here Sunday, Phobic, 10:30 in the AM. We will be live on YouTube. Are you ready to do these words and we'll get out of
here? Yeah, we're going to start with the 2 real words and a fake. All right? So...
And this is a fake that you made up, correct?
Yeah, I made up a word and its definition.
Give me the definition of that word right now.
Well, no, then you'll know which one's fake.
Fact.
I see. So here we go. The words in no particular order. Your first word, Curtshin. Curtshin is the... I'm not going to give you the definitions yet. I forgot. Your second word, choir.
Choir?
Choir. Not like a church choir.
I was going to say that's a real word.
No, it's a different spelling entirely. The third word, half pace.
Half pace?
Half pace. So half pace is more than just like a landing. It's specifically a set of stairs that goes in two different directions. So it goes straight up, then you hit the half pace, then it goes up to the right, for example. That landing is called a half pace.
Oh, okay. That's a real word.
Choir. That's when you want to order specifically 24 or 25 of something. So instead of saying like I would like 24 or 25 pieces of paper, you would say I would like a choir of paper. And again, that's spelled differently. This is not a church choir. This one is Quire. And Curtshin is the ruffled area at the bottom of a dress or a skirt. The ruffle, I guess, lacy area at the bottom of a dress or a skirt. So
Choir is the word, doesn't it?
Choir is the made-up word.
Because you said 24 or 25, so it's kind of fucked up how you have two numbers there. It's one or the other.
I don't disagree. But you are wrong again.
Get the fuck out of here.
So half pace is a landing, certainly, but not just any landing. It refers to the small landing at the top of a flight of stairs where you then have to turn to take another flight of stairs, whether going up or down. Choir. You must surely, at one time or another, have wanted to order 24 or 25 sheets of paper in English without having to say, I would like 24 or 25 sheets of paper, please. Right? Well, problem solved. You ask for a choir. Curtshin, a ruffled area at the bottom of a dress or skirt, I made up while I was eating dinner, looking at the curtains, and I thought, what about curtains for your shins? That's a dress. So I'm going to call it a curtshin instead of curtain.
You're a fucking idiot.
So,
all right, you got me.
I'm glad I got you.
You got bamboozled.
Curtshin, classic. All right, Tom.
They spell it Curtshin.
Yeah. Spelled like half curtain, shin.
I like it.
Yeah.
That's the name of the show right there.
All right. Tom, your term is duck butter.
I've heard this before.
Okay.
Fuck. Is that where you use your ejaculation lube as anal lube?
What the fuck? No, Tom, that's not what it is. What the fuck?
Oh, my
I
bad.
guess I'll use the word in a sentence, you sick fuck. You're a little overqualified for this game, Tom. Duck butter. Let's see. I went to...
I'm going to be so upset because I know what this is and I can't fucking think of it.
I went on a hike with my girlfriend. And when we returned home, I made her a peanut butter and... a duck butter and jelly sandwich.
Is that where you take your semen and rub it all over you and you call it duck butter?
That is also incorrect. Duck butter is the combination of sweat from the ballsack and anus that creates a buttery film on the grundle and butthole, occurring usually from an unwashed scrotum, creating a smelly odor that worsens in thickness and odor by the minute.
See, here's the problem, right? I'm thinking it's all sexual, right? And I knew that's what it was, and I'm thinking it's too, like, I'm getting too graphic.
You sure did. You went multiple jizz guesses on that one.
Well, it just makes sense. Duck butter.
Tom,
It has the same consistency as like duck sauce.
I'm going to give you a hint on this one. This is not a place.
Does duck sauce come from real ducks?
I don't believe that it does, no. I also don't think you have to dodge it in any way. Tom, your phrase, which is not a place, alligator fuckhouse.
Pat's house on Friday night.
That is the Galligator fuckhouse.
Alligator fuckhouse. Well, it's clearly when you fall in a swamp and get fucked by a bunch of alligators.
Okay. Your word in a sentence. Sally said, last night, Johnny surprised me with an alligator fuckhouse, and I came for an hour and a half. I think the bite might have left a scar, though.
So where you bite on the clitoris while you were giving a woman oral pleasure?
It is not. Tom, are you familiar with a gator roll in wrestling?
No, I don't watch that stupid shit.
So a gator roll is a maneuver where you are on top of somebody, their stomach to the mat, your stomach to their back, and you tuck. Basically,
said, "Oh my god, Tom."
You tuck all four limbs, basically.
That's what you were saying last night.
And you roll both bodies. So you start on their stomach, you roll through, and you end up still on their stomach, you're on their back. That is a gator roll. It's a real wrestling move. The alligator fuckhouse, Tom, is a daring sexual maneuver where mid-coitus, one person bites the neck of the other, locks their arms and legs down, and goes into this death roll, all while maintaining insertion. It would be like downshifting a car. That's an alligator fuckhouse, Tom.
All right.
Tom, this one, I got to tell you, I'm pretty sure this is something that we've actually spoken about. Is chicken of the sea really chicken? Ah, Erica. This is a real thing. Less ridiculous definition. But here's why I felt it was necessary. One, I didn't know there's a word for this. Two, I would like to bring it up and talk about how much I fucking hate the idea. So, Tom, your term is saddlebacking.
Saddlebacking?
Saddlebacking.
Does this have to do with anything sexual?
Yes.
I don't know, man. I'm tired of guessing because I always go too far. So
I'm surprised you didn't say, is this where you drink a bucket of horse jizz?
No, I was going to say, this is where like you're riding a girl on her back or something like that. And I don't know.
No, don't be a pig. Saddlebacking. Let's see.
Two guys.
After attending the Purity Ball, Heather and Bill saddlebacked all night because she's saving herself for marriage. Again, Tom, this is a real fucking thing.
Is that like dry humping?
That's close. You've got the general consensus, the idea.
Dry humping, but with anal.
Oh, you're even closer. Tom, saddlebacking is the term for the phenomenon.
Is it oral with clothes on?
What?
Like oral with clothes on.
Like just putting your mouth against somebody's pants?
Yeah.
No, it's not that. That's just called breathing. What the fuck? I'm going to get back to the definition. Saddlebacking is the term for the phenomenon of Christian teens engaging in unprotected anal sex in order to preserve their virginity. Named after the Saddleback Church, home of Reverend Rick Warren, who is a prominent proponent of abstinence education, the sex ed that has convinced so many Christian girls and boys that butt fucking isn't actually sex. This is a real thing, Tom.
I'm fucking all about it.
Imagine
if we went to that school.
Yeah, we're guys, dude. Imagine you have, let's call it a 14, 15-year-old daughter who's like just giving her butthole up to dozens of dudes because that ain't fucking.
Hey, well, at least she's not coming home pregnant.
Oof. That's a fucked up way to teach sex ed.
And just think about what a great wife she would be one day.
Well, I don't think anybody can argue that point.
Well, so you know that Reverend was doing the world a favor.
I do appreciate a gifted and giving lover.
Yes.
What the fuck does that say? Mason said, if you use duck sauce, you and Dr. Seuss have something in common. Neither of you care for Asians. What the fuck? Wait, Mason, you don't use duck sauce with your Chinese food?
Yeah, first off.
Mason said you can't write Asians on here because of guidelines. It's a rave, not a slur. Oh, I think he meant to say it's a race, not a slur. You can't write Asians on the chat?
Jesus.
Try like a different...
Try Chinese.
Yeah.
Try Asia. Asia's a fucking continent.
Can you write Australians? Americans? Oh, okay. So Asia's a continent.
You can't write race either. You can write Chinese.
What the fuck?
Try Mexican.
Asia is a continent. Can you write North America? And then can you try writing North American? Mason wrote black. I'd like to see North American. If you can't write Asian, then you shouldn't be able to write North American.
This is riveting for the podcast.
Well, maybe they're sitting on the edge of their seat waiting to see if Mason ever is going to type North American into the goddamn feed.
Have you ever seen Mason type? It's one finger at a time.
Don't you assume that Mason will be a really good typer? Holy fuck, North American pops up. So you can fucking write North American on our feed, but you can't write Asian. That's the same fucking thing.
Hey, try and write here. Here's a good one. This is going to be the nail in the
Mason,
coffin.
write saddlebacking, duck butter.
No, right.
Alligator fuckhouse.
Right African.
Oh, okay. Yeah, right African.
Better not be able to write Canadian on there.
They're not even real people.
You can do Mexican.
Oh, you can write Mexican. African. Why is this specific to Asians? Mason, can you just not spell Asian? Maybe that's the problem. He just wrote Asian. Mason, were you spelling fucking Asian wrong? Or was this a joke on us? Were you ribbing us? Asians? That's fucking great.
I don't know what this kid's doing. I gotta get the out of here. Pat, you have anything you want to say?
I say, good day. He said, can't add the S. Can't add the S to what?
Asians. But he wrote Asians.
That's what I'm saying.
Dude.
What?
Your ass fucking stinks.
Hey, Tom.
Yo.
You know what booby trap is backwards?
What?
Party boob. It's the coolest thing I learned today. It's the sentence as a whole. Really? So you can't refer to Asians is the problem.
Hey, don't put that away. You gotta write the recap.
I'm doing that right now. I don't think we have to do anything for the next show. It's all just ready to go.
Yeah, pretty much.
I actually was going to tell you that I want to write the outline for, like, tomorrow. I'll write the outline for Sunday.
Mason said, don't care for Asians. Wow.
YouTube must have an algorithm for hate speech. That's interesting.
It really is.
How long are we going to stay live?
As long as we want.
Okay. We'll let the fourth wall down here and show you guys how the real fun part gets done right here.
That's right.
On today's episode, comma. No, for real, that's how I write the recaps. I speak them when we're done.
Mason says, don't care for whites.
What do you say?
I don't know why it's not coming up over here. It pops up here first, and then it goes over and says, "Don't." He's gonna say, "Don't care for whites," unless it erases it. Oh, you know what? It might be fucking stream elements. Because look, on this chat, it pops up. So I can see it on the live chat on this. Not even on the, but I don't see it on the stream chat either. I only see it on my studio player. So before it sends it out, it must cancel it. All right, we're out of here, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on Sunday, 10:30. Or come watch Mason and I Saturday night around 6 p.m. We'll be playing 7 Days to Die. Might have some special guests. Maybe Phobic will join us again. T-Dog that plays Call of Duty with us might jump on for a little bit. We will be having another Hell Night while we're on there, so it's going to be fun.
Maybe I can get Emily to go on with me and talk a bunch of shit on the stream.
Yeah, just make sure she makes her own Twitch account and she follows. And then she makes a YouTube account and subscribes to the YouTube channel. By the way, Pat, I haven't told you this. We're at 46 subscribers. So we're 4 away from doing something fucked up.
Okay, I'm in. I gotta tell you, I downloaded the SimCity app that I play so that Emily could join my family league that you fucked yourself out of.
I think I deleted that app off my phone.
Probably. We kicked you off the team anyways.
It was like a year ago.
We kicked you off almost immediately.
Yeah,
as soon as you gave up.
Yeah, it was like a day later.
Yeah,
I don't know how you guys spend that much time on your fucking phones.
Well, you don't. You just sign in for 30 seconds, update your shit, and move on.
Yeah, I ain't got time for that.
I haven't played. I still jump in like every couple days to collect like the money that I have. But now I just have millions of sim coins and I don't do anything.
Yeah, I don't have time for that.
I grind it out on the other app that I play. No. So I got her started on Sims. I did the tutorial with her. And now the only time she does it is when I remind her, and she spends 30 seconds like a week and then just signs back off.
Well, at least you remind her. You never reminded me.
But she does this thing. It's you like color by number, but you don't even have to look at the numbers. You just touch the fucking screen where it's gray, and it colors you the color it wants to color it. So like, I can't fucking fathom how this is entertaining. This is like the first time I saw someone watch someone play games on YouTube, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, I get it now, but I don't get the coloring by numbers thing.
It just fills the time, I guess.
Yeah. There's no entertainment. Like, at least if I'm listening to you and Mason and...
It's probably for the end product, right? She probably wants to see the picture. I feel like she painted it. I don't know.
I guess. She's wrong. She didn't paint it, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah. All right. We got to get out of here.
Let's get the fuck out.
See you guys Sunday.